Right now at noon, ringing in the holidays with financial relief. We'll hear from the church behind the multi-million-dollar contribution to wipe away medical debt for some area families.
Plus, aside from the wind, we're seeing quite a seasonable day this afternoon. I'll have the details on how long that'll last.
And a group in Joplin shines a light on the history of Catholic education in the city.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're learning more about the effort by Hope City Church to help hundreds of area families with their medical debt. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. KOAM's Melissa Alexis spoke to church staff about how it all came to be.
Goes beyond these walls. It is not just about Hope City.
Every year before Christmas, Hope City Church in Joplin makes an investment into the community. And this year, they donated money to relieve thousands of people of their medical debt.
It is something that weighs heavy on families, and when something like medical debt is so just impacting your family, it just starts to ooze out in different ways of stressors. And so something that's just constantly looming, those are the things that keep us awake at night when we're wondering, how are we going to take care of this?
She says the church coming together as a community is what made this all possible.
If you were to walk in here on a Sunday morning, you're going to get to just see the heart of our people from the moment that you enter our parking lot.
The church is supposed to be about the people in the community that it represents. And so we want to make sure that the folks in the Joplin area and the 4-state area know that our heart and our hope is that we would be a blessing to those around us.
Through the church's budget and donations from the community, they were able to eliminate $4.2 million of medical debt for 3,200 people in Southwest Missouri and Northwest Arkansas.
We have folks in our own church family who have been burdened with medical debt, and even the conversations we've had with them is just going, man, a lot of folks don't know what it's like to feel the weight of that.
Hearing stories from families who are having to pick and choose between certain financial things. We know families who have even had to sell their home, sell everything in their home so that they can try to manage their finances better.
Letters will be sent out in the coming weeks to notify families that their medical debt will be taken care of.
Hey, this life is not just about me anymore. It is about those around me.
Reporting in Joplin, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Hope City Church partnered with an organization that helps negotiate medical debt of some people who most need help in the community. Now let's check in with Chloe Arroyo for a look at the forecast.
Thanks, Elise. Yeah, we're seeing those winds continue to die down just a little bit. They ramped up this morning as you went out for that morning commute. We're still upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour consistently for our winds right now at noon, but our temperatures have warmed up just a little bit, not by much, into the 40s. We still have that the northerly wind, quite the opposite, along with us. That's keeping us a little bit on the cooler side, but still average for this time of year. Our feel-like temperatures are going to continue to be in the upper 20s to lower 30s this afternoon. That's a result of that wind picking up here and there. So it's going to be a chilly day nonetheless. Here's a look at downtown Joplin right now. We got a couple of clouds here and there, so it's a beautiful day outside, but it's still a chilly one at that. We're tracking that December day today. Coming up in a bit, I'm going to tell you how long that'll last. We also have a mild weekend ahead of us and Christmas Eve rain. I've got all the details on that coming up.
All right, Chloe, thanks. Well, Joplin area Catholic schools shine light on the history of Catholic education in the city. The Jack's Past, Present, and Future series will also examine the current state of Catholic education in Joplin and take a look at the vision for the future of the schools. Now, it'll feature a look at the Sisters of Mercy who laid the foundation for Catholic education in Joplin. Now, the goal is to share the rich history of Catholic education with the city.
The community to know that we're here, that we have a very strong mission focused on service and giving back to our community. We're focused on our faith and instilling those values into our children, and we just want to be able to share that with the community and those around us.
Now, Jack's has a series of sessions planned in January, which concludes with a bus tour led by Mercy Hospital President Jeremy Drinkwitz. Well, it was a jolly jubilee this morning at Carthage High School as students celebrated the end of the semester. Now, this morning's annual Christmas assembly helped kick off the start of winter break for the students who took part in a number of festivities, including playing some games, listening to the school choir's Christmas performance, and winning some prizes for Best Decorated Classroom.
I think it's really fun. I think it's fun to see everyone come together and have a community, and I think it gets everyone involved instead of just having their own little things doing.
Today's Christmas assembly was organized by the Carthage High School Student Council. Joplin's Freeman Auxiliary continued an annual Christmas tradition yesterday. Group members delivered armloads of gifts to place below the Christmas tree at the Ronald McDonald House of the Four States. The gifts will brighten the holidays for the 7 families temporarily staying there. The Cherryvale Public Library accepted donations to help out less fortunate children. Children could pick out one toy from the donations to give to a family member. Now, there were people there at the library to help wrap the presents just in time for Christmas.
It's really cool that the kids get to come and pick out for their families because, you know, they might not get that experience elsewhere. And so for them to be able to do that with completely free donations and, you know, not have to pay for it, it's been a pretty cool experience.
The children also partook in various activities like creating candy canes out of pipe cleaners and were given some free books. Well, coming up, mysterious drone sightings show up in the skies of southwest Missouri. And later, we're making holly jolly fudge in the Mr. Food test kitchen. The nation's drone mystery continues with more sightings reported in multiple states, including close to home in southwest Missouri. Chris Bryan takes us to Ozark County, where the sightings are becoming more frequent.
At night, it can be hard to tell exactly what you're looking at, whether it's on the ground or in the sky. But for those living in the Ozarks, they're beginning to see something they can't explain. The video is hard to see, so with the magic of editing, you get a better look at what's in the night sky.
They're seeing them from, 30 minutes to, frequently through the night.
For Ozark County Sheriff Cass Martin, what is being seen in the skies over his county is unknown.
Or they're not the normal light that you would see with a star, or so you're seeing a lot of reds and whites and greens, and so people are seeing that, and it's not a normal lighting that they would see at night.
Amy Paget made a social media post about what she saw one night.
Are you surprised by this amount of attention?
Yes, absolutely I am.
That post asked a simple question, and as a superintendent of a school district, her staff began to call.
You can feel and hear in someone's voice when they are literally scared or alarmed, and I could hear that in many of my staff members' voices when they alerted me to this.
Even Monday night, she saw activity of the aerial phenomenon.
I'm sure there is a reasonable explanation for this because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. However, I do know when it comes to whether it's kids, adults, business, private sector, whatever, in the absence of information, people will make something up.
When it comes to seeing a fleet of drones over her house,
you're not going to tell me there are 25 people just out joyriding their drones at night. Number one, the drones that are that size are not legal for hobbyists.
From educators, medical professionals, to even business owners, the reports of crafts come from all over the county.
I'm not that kind of person at all. Don't put me in the spotlight by no means, but I don't know, it's something that I was like, I know what I saw kind of thing, so.
Cheyenne Alms is still unsure about what.
I don't feel like there's much we could do about it right now, but just not knowing what it is just kind of an uneasy.
While not a fleet, a single thing in the sky was concerning. The patterns and movements don't seem to make sense.
Because there were so many, and they were at various heights. Traveling at various speeds, some not traveling at all, just hovering.
Sheriff Martin is still working to get eyes on what others are seeing.
I have went out nights patrolling, looking to see if I can see these lights in the sky, and do the best I can to get some physical evidence to show, okay, this is where I seen this is what I seen.
Now, while there are still questions about what people are seeing in the skies of Ozark County at night, Sheriff Cass Martin says they're doing the right thing and they're calling in and reporting it so authorities can investigate. Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
The holiday season is a great time to thank all those special people in our lives. And today, we're sharing a sweet way to do it. So make sure you stick around.
Plus, we still have rain in the forecast and it might affect your holiday travel plans. All things you want to listen to when we come back. Stick around. Well, happy Wednesday, 4 states, and happy December. Something I can finally say with it feeling like December outside. Now, of course, that does come with a cost, and today that cost are those hefty winds. We're seeing northerly winds on the map going on right now, upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, have they calmed down over the past couple of hours this morning? Yes, but we're still seeing those sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour, still keeping us a little on the chilly side today. Our temperatures right now are in the 40s for a lot of folks, but as you take a little further north or track a little further north, our northern and northwestern counties are in the upper 30s still, and we're at noon, so we're a little on the chilly side. And even then, our feel like temperatures are upwards of 20 degrees into 30s, the low 30s right now. Carthage and Webb City feel like 31, by Iola and Yates Center, you guys feel like 25 degrees outside this afternoon, and we're going to continue to feel about that cold throughout this afternoon and into the evening hours. Here's a look at downtown Joplin. It's actually beautiful outside. We got a couple clouds here and there. We still have that wind along with us, so it's pretty chilly outside, but a beautiful look at that. Planning out your afternoon, we've got temperatures in the 40s, 45 for your high today in Joplin. We're going to see a couple clouds here and there, and we'll continue to see that, but we'll be on a decreasing trend heading into this evening, and eventually we'll see clearing into this evening until later on tonight. Our winds are going to end up dying down. We'll be pretty calm overnight tonight in terms of wind speeds, but our lows tonight, 30 degrees for Joplin. That'll be the case for a lot of areas across the 4 states. We'll see our temperatures in the 30s and a lot of us hanging around the freezing to below freezing range. Now, planning ahead for tomorrow, our temperatures are going to warm right back up, a good 10 degrees above average for this time of year, 51 degrees for your high tomorrow. We'll have a chilly start to our morning. We'll still be in the 30s by the time you wake up and the kiddos head to class tomorrow morning and you head out for that morning commute, so make sure you're still bundling up. But our wind chills, of course, will not be as significant as they were this morning due to that wind. That was really what got us this morning. We'll also have a southerly wind with us tomorrow, which will contribute to warming us right up. Now, your future track, long range picture right here. We've got a ridge system setting up in the western U.S. That's also going to affect us in the central plains. That's going to keep us calm throughout the end of this week and even into the weekend. Our temperatures only being in the 40s and 50s, so nearing that average range for this time of year before we warm right back up next week. We'll also see a trough begin to set in Monday night into Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, Christmas Eve, we'll see those chances for showers. So really keep that in mind. Monday night into early Tuesday morning. This is Tuesday about noon. Of course, give or take, it's pretty far out, so that could and possibly will change. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast overall. In addition to the chance for showers on Monday into Tuesday, 2 days after Christmas Day, we'll see a chance for showers, but we're going to be really warm next week. We're nearing the 60s. We're really close to that, even on Christmas Day. So a warm Christmas ahead of us.
Warm Christmas. I mean, I guess we have no choice, but I wish that it would be a little cooler, a little more seasonal for sure.
Yes, I know. And we haven't had much of a white Christmas in years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we're not going to see that this year either. But.
All right. Well, thanks, Chloe. Of course. Well, stick around. We're making Holly Jolly Fudge in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, if you're looking for something special and sweet to give as a gift to the important people in your life, then today's Mr. Food recipe is perfect for you. Howard's making Holly Jolly Fudge in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
I am so grateful for all the special people who have helped me out throughout the year, which is why when the holiday comes around, I love thanking them all by giving them something sweet and homemade. This year, I've decided to give gift tins brimming with our decadently delicious Holly Jolly Fudge. Let me show you how easy it is. The first thing we do is combine some butter with sugar, heavy cream, and salt in a saucepan, and bring it to a boil. After it boils for about 5 minutes, we take it off the heat and slowly add in some powdered sugar and a bit of vanilla. Once it's super smooth, we stir in some red and green candied cherries that we've coarsely chopped up. This gets spooned into an 8-inch baking dish. Then we pop it in the fridge to set before cutting it up. While it's setting, you might want to run out and pick up a couple of gift tins or gift boxes, which you can probably find on sale right now. There's nothing nicer or more personal than a homemade gift made with lots of TLC. So whether you need something special for a teacher, hairdresser, or a coworker, this is the way to go. To get the step-by-step instructions for our Holly Jolly Fudge, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fudgy holiday way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Well, look at a 10-day forecast, quite the 10-day forecast this week. At the end of this week, we're going to be pretty cold on Friday. Our high only in the 30s, 39 for your high that day. And then Monday into Tuesday is our next chance for showers. Monday night into Tuesday morning, that's Christmas Eve. And then we're going to warm up a good 10 to 20 degrees above average for this time of year, nearing the 60s the day after Christmas Day. So talk about warm temperatures for this time of year.
Great for most of us anyway. Some people want a white Christmas, but
sure.
I'm okay with warm.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Chloe. And Dad, what are your first later on?
Well, lots coming up at 5. For starters, doctors in Europe are using artificial intelligence to help diagnose strokes. The AI software can read the brain scans of patients who've had a stroke to help pinpoint the timing and assist physicians in deciding if it can be effectively treated. Plus, we're going to explore the future of marijuana legalization in Kansas in light of Missouri's success in generating tax revenue since legalizing the substance. And we're going to share some important reminders about ATV safety following a recent accident in McDonald County that tragically claimed the life of a young boy. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more. It's coming up on KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dale. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.